Recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Director, thank you for being here. The PPAC and TPAC have served as effective vehicles for the private sector and subject matter experts to offer specialized guidance to the PTO. I'd like to commend you and Secretary Lutnick for appointing new members to these bodies last fall. When do you anticipate the remaining vacancies to be filled and the committees will reconstitute and begin their work?
Thank you for the question. Very soon, as you've seen both on the PPAC and TPAC side, is really an all-star roster, and we just extended an offer last night to the individual inventor, which is the statutorily required person that crystallizes everything. So we're hopeful very soon.
Great, thank you for that. I'm going to move on to a separate issue on U.S. research and development. Obviously, we're competing with China on any number of things across many fields, medicine, telecommunications, manufacturing, emerging technologies. In the context of patents, how do China and foreign competitors undermine our system, and in your view? Very briefly.
As brief as I can. In several ways. One is known as flooding the zone. We've seen a lot of low-quality applications emanating from areas. Others are fraudulent filings, which we've deployed some AI tools and identified. As I said, we've removed, especially in the trademark register, tens of thousands of fraudulent applications. And the third arrow in our quiver we just announced is a rule that you must be a U.S. practitioner before the Patent Office and to file papers. So accountability is, of course, important, and those are ways we're trying to address these issues.
Regarding pharmaceuticals, what steps has your office taken or plans to take to ensure that the U.S. remains a global leader in pharmaceutical innovation?
Again, our number one goal is to have patents born strong, make sure they receive rigorous and thorough examination, and get to market in a timely manner.
Switching gears again on the IPR, I know we've talked about that a lot today. How is the office thinking about striking the right balance related to IPR, ensuring that manufacturers and strategic industries can effectively defend against questionable patents while also preserving the strong protections and access for small businesses, startups, and independent inventors?
Thank you for the question. Yes, it's a balance is the key word. It's a unitary system. I like to quip sometimes. That means that someone is always unhappy, but nevertheless, we're trying to strike the balance, especially on the discretionary side, as I mentioned, where there's small business factors or manufacturing that cuts both ways. Tell us a story. We've even had issues where things that have been controversial, like settled expectations, cut both ways. There have been assertions where patents have lapsed and then come into being, and or licenses have been issued against the settled expectations, and those get taken into account whether to institute or not.
Thank you for that. You would agree that China, you said flood the zone earlier, so you would agree with me that nation states like China challenge current patents or trademarks pretty frequently? Is that fair to say?
They have, but the new precedent will end that practice.
Okay. How do we deal with domestic companies that do that? I'll give you an example. So Monster Energy Drinks is like the #1 filer against existing trademark applications. They're like far and away above everybody else. They've been labeled as a trademark bully of the year by multiple times, at least since 2012. And I don't want to single them out, but I do think it's real problematic. Like some of these cases, like a camping gear, because the name is for Monster, a craft brewery company. What I am concerned about is like big companies with a lot of assets that come in and swing at small restaurant owners. I guess there was a restaurant in Ohio. It's a shawarma restaurant, and they're called the Monster Shawarma, and somehow that's like a patent or a trademark infringement on Monster. It's just really aggressive. And so how do we protect small businesses against trolls like Monster Energy Drinks?
It's a difficult question. The way we protect them is early access, file as they can. Monster, of course, has a famous mark and has a wider berth in courts and assertions. But trademark system is a registration system. It levers off of use in commerce, often from state rights. and the register federalized that. So, you know, the part of the solution is to let people know we're here, you should file.
What about Rule 11 sanctions? I mean, if they're filing frivolous things and they're obviously like, I'm not suggesting that all of their cases are not meritorious. What I am suggesting is it's a little bit alarming that they're the #1 company in the country filing against small businesses. They're really aggressive on their tactics. And what I'd like to know is, like, you've got tools at your tool belt to rein some of these practices in. You've already got a full docket. So how do we rein in companies like that from abusing the system?
Again, thank you for the question. On the Rule 11 basis, that's of course more of a district court litigation dynamic. In terms of utilizing our office in terms of oppositions, per se, those are something that, you know, we do have a T-tab and we do have discretion around those type of matters. And again, just like the patent side, tell us a story. That is often compelling. We're trying to be responsive to the real world dynamics.
I appreciate you doing that. This isn't a criticism of you or the office. I just want to make sure, obviously we want to focus on China and the things that they're doing to undermine our competitiveness, but we also have some problems domestically too, some of these people that abuse the system. So thank you, Mr. Chairman.